Making sure that your feet are grounded on the floor so you can feel kind of that contact with the earth. And just coming to rest, just for a brief moment, hands on the thighs, and just bring yourself to this practice so that you can be present. So big inhale in, big inhale out. Big inhale in, big inhale out. So as you inhale, just saying to yourself that nothing else needs my attention right now other than my breath and my body for the next 15 or so minutes. And breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Very nice. So we're going to start with a little backgrounding exercise. So make sure your feet are planted safely on the floor. And we're just going to take a few kind of movements, almost like cat-cow. So opening the heart, right? And then closing in. So we inhale and we open the heart. And then we exhale and we draw in. So big, slow breaths, full breaths, right? And move at your own pace. So you don't need to follow my breath, you follow your own breath. Really arching the back, opening the heart, right? Getting a good stretch in the upper back, and then really rounding in, almost as if someone's scooping ice cream out of your belly, right? So really draw the navel in and open. We're going to do a few more rounds here. Inhaling and exhaling. Just make this feel good. Again, just grounding yourself present, feeling your breath. Nice. All right, just coming back to neutral, finding that tall spine again, and just taking this moment now that we've rolled our back out a little bit to really feel intentful into your posture. So feeling the head over the heart, over the pelvis, right? So you should feel that sweet alignment there, whatever that looks like for you, because it's going to be a little different for everybody else. Okay, we're going to take our feet a little wider now so that they're about bigger than hip width apart. Again, we can have our hands planted on our thighs. Okay, we're going to take some circles in our body here. So we're going to almost feel like we're a little stir stick here in a big old pot of soup or something. Okay, so rolling forward and then really digging the abs in to roll back. Right, and you can almost use your arms as a little bit of leverage here. So really curling back onto your sits bones, right? So you're really taking that full range of motion in your body. Nice. So now let's try and add our breath to this, because that's kind of the sweet spot of yoga, right? Is the combination of movement and breath. So we're going to inhale as we come forward, and then exhale as we draw everything in. So pull the ribs to the hips and then press the heart open. Pull the ribs to hips and then press the heart open. So again, you're moving at your own pace with your own breath. Maybe trying to slow the breath a little though now that we're into our practice, reminding ourselves that a slow, steady breath helps to calm the nervous system, right? My chair is squeaky, if that's okay. We'll do a few more in this direction, just making them nice, luscious circles. Again, this should feel pretty nice. Maybe opening up the back, opening up the front of the body a little bit as well. Now let's switch directions. So same thing, just going the opposite way, timing this movement to your breath. So inhaling, opening the heart, exhaling, drawing everything in and circling around. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. Moving with your breath. Nice. All right, coming back to neutral again, finding that tall spine. right? Feeling the stacking. You can think of it as your energy centers stacking one on top of the other. And just remembering that you want to have perfect tension, right? It's just like a guitar string. If you don't have that right amount of tension, you don't have beautiful music, right? If it's too tight, the string breaks. If it's too loose, there's no energy flow, right? And sound's just energy. So that's kind of the way I like to think about it. So find your perfect kind of tension there. Bring the feet back closer together because we're going to do a little bit of forward folding now. Okay, so we'll start with the left leg and you're just going to straighten it. All right, and you can kind of play with how far away the foot is from you because that will initiate a little bit more of sensation in the back of the leg if the foot is further away, right? Irregardless of how bent or straight your knee is, you do want your foot flexed. So if you have shoes on, that's okay. Just try and make sure the heel part of your shoe is pressing down into the floor. All right. We're going to inhale, find our length, nice and tall. And then we're going to exhale and just hinge forward at the hip. So you're not rounding your back best you can. You're just hinging forward, keeping the heart open to the front of the room. And you can support yourself anywhere, right? Like on your thighs, further down the leg. The goal is not to reach your toes. It's just to feel a nice stretch in the back of the body. And just a few rounds of breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Allowing that sensation. Once you've kind of found that nice stretch, you can welcome in a little bit of movement by inhaling, getting taller, and then exhaling, coming in a little more, but only if you'd like to, right? As long as you're feeling some sensation and release back there, you're reaping a lot of benefit. A few more breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Let's press ourselves up. We can release this foot. So we're going to come into another forward fold, but we're going to concentrate on stretching the hip a little bit more. So you can play with where along the other leg that you have your cross, right? So you can have it just crossed here. You can come up a little higher, or if you wish, you can bring it all the way up so that you're in basically like a figure four, right? So wherever you'd like along there, remember again, the goal is not to look a certain way. It's just to have that nice sensation in the hip. So again, we're going to find our height, stack all of our energy centers, flex this foot, and then hinge forward. And I mean, if you're feeling it already here, then just stay here, right? That's totally okay. Otherwise, hinging forward, keeping that heart open, and just allowing the shoulders to relax. And a few rounds of breath here. So really trying to send your breath to any parts of the body that are speaking to you right now. Use your breath to help you. Inhale, maybe get a little taller. Shoot the heart open a little bit more. And then exhale, maybe come down a little further. Again, just being kind to your body, but also inviting in some of those sensations, maybe moving in a way that you haven't moved in a little while. Trying best you can to breathe in and out through the nose and have the inhales as long as the exhales. Nice. All right, let's release that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So straightening the right leg, making sure those toes are flexed, right? And finding that tall spine again, inhaling and then exhaling, hinging forward and just coming to rest, whatever suits you, right? And again, just sinking into your breath. Allowing the inhales and the exhales to help the body just ease in. Always knowing you can back off whenever you want, or you can go a little deeper too if you want, right? It's totally up to you. Beautiful. Let's press ourselves back up. And now we're going to do that little hip stretch. So deciding where you would like to have the cross, right? You can have it at the ankle, at the shin, or all the way up, right? Just deciding on how much you'd like to feel the sensation in your hip. Irregardless of which version you take, nice and tall spine, right? And then hinging forward as much as you like to feel that sensation. Flex this foot. It actually just helps to keep the knee in a little bit better alignment. Sometimes if you feel that pinchy feeling in the knee while you're doing this, if you flex your foot, it takes that away. Again, sending your breath to your hip. Sometimes I like to pretend there's like a little balloon there and I'm trying to fill it up with air. Just to help that area soften, help with the sensation. And just scan the body to see maybe where can you soften a little bit more. Maybe it's the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders. Nice. All right, let's release that. And coming back to your good posture, making sure your feet are still hip width apart. We're gonna do a few little twists here for the back. So we'll take a big inhale in and then bring our left arm to touch behind us here on our chair if you're able, or just behind your back, whatever works. And then bringing the right arm onto the knee. So again, our spine is tall. We got to keep that good resonance in our guitar string, right? So inhaling, getting really tall in our spine, and then exhaling, using our abs, so pulling the rib towards the hip to twist us a little deeper. So again, taking a few rounds of breath here. And actually, I'd like you guys to take your neck right out of it. So we're actually going to bring our head to come to neutral. So just having the twist happen through the back, not craning through our neck. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, use your abs to pull your rib towards your hip to take you a little further. So less arm pulling and more coming right from the center of your body. A few rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Let's release. Big inhale in again. Other side. So bringing the right arm back, so on the back of your chair or just behind you, and the left arm onto the right knee. Inhale, get tall, so heart open. Exhale, twist a little more. So once you find that nice twist, I'm going to get you to go ahead and bring the neck out of it a little bit. So just allowing the head to come back to neutral, and you can dip the chin a little bit. Few rounds of breath here. Amazing. Inhale, find your resonance, your perfect tension, and then exhale. Draw the ribs in a little bit more, navel in to drive the twist a little deeper. If you want, you can always just hang out where you are. That's what serves you today. Nice. All right, let's come back to neutral. We'll just do a few little side body stretches and then we'll settle in for some breath work and a quick little meditation. So big inhale in, grab the left wrist and stretch like a banana, right? So try and keep the shoulders away from the ears, keep the hip pressed down, and just allow the side body to open. Big inhales and exhales. When I'm in this type of position, I almost like to envision my ribs like an accordion so that I'm pressing open and pressing breath as it expands on the side that's bent so nicely. Nice, and come back to center. Let the arms come down, shake that out a little bit. Another inhale in, and let's do our banana stretch the other way. So same thing, really trying to use our breath to open up the side waist. Keep that hip grounded down, shoulders away from the ears, sending our energy out to the side. So again, that's kind of the whole thing about our core stability, right? It's this beautiful dance between holding us stable and strong and still being able to move and breathe, right? So finding that sweet spot. Beautiful. Let's release that. Roll our shoulders a couple times forward and back. Nice. So now we've prepared our body a little bit to have a few moments of quiet. So you can go ahead and sit back if you want, if you'll feel a little bit more comfortable that way, or you can stay on the edge of the chair if you're feeling like that gives you nice upright posture. Just make sure you're comfortable. I'm going to invite you to take one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. We are going to do just a few rounds of breath work here. So I'm going to count you through it to start, and then I'm going to leave you for a couple minutes to do it on your own pace, right? Because none of us breathe at the same pace. So I don't want you to be trying to stay in pace with me. So the other thing I am going to say about this breath work is that it's going to involve a bit of a pause as we inhale and exhale. Some people don't like that at all, or if you have any breathing troubles, I would probably advise not necessarily doing that. If that's you, then just do nice slow inhales and exhales. You will definitely reap the benefits as well, okay? So just coming to rest, and we will just take 3 long breaths in and out together. So just kind of priming our system. One more. And your next inhale, I want you to try and inhale for the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pause. 1, 2. Exhale for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, and then inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Carry on, a few rounds of that. Just feeling into your body as you take those breaths. Noticing perhaps the heart rate slowing as you do this breath work. Invitation to close the eyes if you wish. Wherever you are, just releasing that breath pattern and allowing the hands to come rest palms down on the thighs. I'm going to leave you for just a few moments here, just to be with yourself, just to have a little bit of stillness. You start to feel like your thoughts are getting away on you. It's okay. That's what thoughts do. Just simply come back to your breath coming in and out the body. When you hear my voice again, we'll come back together. And keeping the eyes closed if you decided to close them, and feeling into all the points of your body as it's contact with the chair, with the earth, grounding yourself down. Taking a few more big breaths in, trying to fill the belly from front to back and from side to side. Breathing in so much gratitude for setting aside this time for your practice today. Breathing out any worries or thoughts that no longer serve you. Breathing in, big sigh of gratitude for your body that did the work today. And breathing out any worry or thoughts that no longer serve you. Finally, great big breath in, breathing in so much gratitude for this day. And breathing out any worry and thoughts that no longer serve you. Wiggling the fingers and the toes to come back. Slowly opening the eyes to take in the color of the floor or the room that you're in. Beautiful. As always, thank you so much for sharing your very valuable time with me today. Hopefully there was something